Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the Frontline Changes Report for the Ukraine War or the Special Military Operation in Ukraine for the past 24 hours. There's only a few frontline changes, but they are all pretty significant. So we have frontline changes over at Kremyannoe, Berestove, Sonsivka, Krakove, and Novi Korma. So let's go to the Kursk front. But the Ukrainian mapping, Deep State UA has considered more grounds to the Russians, with this area here now confirmed to be under Russian control. The gray zone is still pretty big, but we do not. I hear this is only firm Russian control. I don't change the mapping based on the Ukrainian gray zones. So this is the changes over in the Kursk front. Despite the frontline change they mentioned is over at Pograbki region, but I don't do the gray zone. So this is what it is. So after Kremyannoe, the next frontline change is over at Berestove. So Berestove is over at the Pischane front. At this area here, because as I mentioned, there's only a few frontline changes, so the Ukrainians finally decided to admit that they have lost this salient around Berestove. I have mentioned this for a long time. It's impossible for the Ukrainians to be holding this position. So finally, they have considered ground that the Russian forces have actually captured all these areas southwest of Berestove. This is Krylyakivka. This is the crossing to Senkove. So in case you cannot see, it's like this. So this is the frontline change. In this area here, the area captured is pretty big actually. This combined is 8.11 square kilometers. So you can see why they refuse to admit, because it's a huge amount of ground lost. So after Berestove, the next frontline change, we go all the way to the Pokrov front. It's Krakove sector of the Donetsk front. So in this area here, the Russian forces has been geolocated in a new position in Sonsivka, confirming the Russians have advanced within this village itself, capturing some grounds around Sonsivka. The distance captured is the progress is around 400 meters. So that's all from Sonsivka. South of Sonsivka at Krakove itself, Russian forces have captured a bit more grounds along the highway in the south of Krakove. Very small changes around this area here in Krakove. And one last frontline change is over at the N-Novosilka sector. This is a pretty shocking one. Russian forces suddenly appeared in the middle of Novi Korma, and the Ukrainian mapping also mapped it pretty significantly, confirming the Russians are on the verge of full capture of Novi Korma. This basically operationally encircles the Ukrainians from the north, but Ukrainians still can cross the river to the west, and they still be able to get out. The distance traveled is around almost 4 kilometers. So this is a huge amount of area lost or traveled by the Russian forces. So looking at the area, total area captured, the biggest is, as of course, the Pischane front, the collapse of the Berestove salient along this area here. This is the one that is the biggest frontline change, 8.11 square kilometers. The second is actually the N-Novosilka one, where the Russians suddenly appear in Novi Korma. So this is also pretty huge, with 6.63 square kilometers. So let's calculate the total area captured by the Russian forces. 2.63 plus 8.11 plus 0.55 plus 6.63. So total area captured is 17.92 square kilometers over the past 24 hours. So that's it. So thank you for watching. Just a very quick update. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update. And check out the situation report for the Syrian war and the Ukraine war. See you guys.